right, I got to do a few things. Give me a second, guys. Actually, I don't know how to do it on live. I guess that's live chat.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. This is going to be a quick review on what we've been doing for the past couple days. We arrived Tuesday morning at like 2:30 in the morning here in Wapello, Iowa. We are searching for a man that went missing. His name is Mike Bishop Jr. He goes by Little Beaver or Little Beaver or whatever. He's been missing since the 18th of December around after 7 p.m. sometime. There was a lot of things. If you guys look up the case, there was a lot of details on it, phone pings and different stuff like that on his vehicle. The OnStar is pinpointed in one general area. So with the IDNR, Jeremy Holtz,
his brother Mike.
His brother Mike. They've been searching. They pulled at 2 trucks. In our experiences on newer vehicles, it is harder to detect a new vehicle in the water. We're here to make sure that area is completely cleared. If there was any doubts of anything in there, hopefully we can bring those doubts out. The worst part about this whole ordeal, we had a huge sub-zero -36 blizzard come in, and it froze in Mississippi. I never thought the Mississippi would ever freeze. We're talking about 10 to 12 inches of ice. So you got a foot of ice near the banks and 4 to 6 inches in the middle. So it's not like, oh, it's just a little bit of ice. It was horrendous. With that, we were able to get here, survey it yesterday, and see what we could do. The community here is absolutely amazing. I wish every place that we went to, the community was as strong as this one. I know that Mike and his dad were well known and well loved in this area. You can tell every place we've went, we've been met with open arms. Our accommodations here are taken care of. They have went above and beyond to make sure that we're comfortable here. And anything and everything that we need, all we have to do is ask, especially like big equipment. I know, is it Kemper's? Kemper's came in at the first because the boat ramp was frozen. I thought my idea with the blowtorch, the flamethrower, would work. That was a bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea. It was a good idea, but it didn't work. So that went out the window. But Kemper came in and they were able to sand it. So it gave us some traction. And then we're looking at all of this ice. If you guys see these pictures, I'm going to show you here shortly. It was just complete solid ice all the way across. So with that, I'm going to let Lindsay talk about the different things that happened in this whole thing.
So again, we arrived about 2:30 in the morning on Tuesday. We left Illinois that Monday night, drove up here. We stopped for a few things, plus gas, grab some food, some supplies that we needed, and then got here. We knew that the river had ice on it, but we weren't sure how much, how bad it was, how frozen over it was. So we fully anticipated using Tuesday to just kind of get a feel for the river, get a feel for the flow of the river, get an idea of the boat ramp. We could see it on Google Maps, but when the Google Maps and Google Earth photos were taken, that area was flooded. So we wanted to actually physically see what we were working with, see what we were getting into. In doing so, on Tuesday, we went down. Mike and Jeremy came down and met us there. They're divers. They dive in ice diving, cold weather in the Mississippi. So they actually were the ones who dove and pulled out the other 2 trucks. Plus, they had sent us videos of the river, videos of that boat ramp area. On Tuesday, we also had the honor of meeting Christine, which is Mike's wife. She gave us some really great insight to who Mike was as a person. Very caring, worked hard, loved everybody. And then she also gave us a better idea of the timeline that took place on the night that Mike went missing. On that evening, he went down to watch the river, which is something that was totally not uncommon. He did that a lot. He did it with Christine. Like, that was something that they did. They just go down and, watch the water. And that evening he was talking with, texting and stuff with friends or with family. And, he had sent a video of where he was at to his daughter. Again, not uncommon. And then at some point in time, there was a call made. And Mike said, "It's sinking. My truck is sinking." And from there was nothing. We are looking at about a 20 to 30 minute window from a text message to the OnStar information. There was ice on the ramps, on the boat. That area, that boat launch area is huge. We could easily fit 10 of our RV and boats in this parking area. So with kind of getting an idea, we also, one of Christine's friends came down as well, and, with her, and they were able to kind of coordinate some equipment for us for today. They brought in an excavator as well as a bobcat. My brain wasn't working. So the excavator came in, worked its way down the ramp. After Kemper had salted and sanded for us on Tuesday, the excavator worked its way down the ramp, started breaking up the ice.
They just use sand.
Oh, I thought they salted. And then once they did that, then the bobcat was able to get down in the water, essentially, and just started pushing all of that ice and that water out for us. What that did was allow us to get in to the boat ramp, and then launch the boat. And then from there, we were able to kind of work our way through the ice. We were not able to search that whole area, but we were able to at least clear that immediate area around the ramp, because we're not sure, if he was caught on the ice or something, how quickly his vehicle was going into the water. So with everything that we did today, it's not going to drop below freezing. So we're going to continue to let the river do what the river does and keep what we did today, flowing and pushing it down. And then tomorrow, hoping to get back in and being able to actually drop down the live scope. We couldn't drop down the live scope today, but once, because of the ice flowing, the ice isn't going to necessarily hurt the pole or anything like that, but it's going to skew the image. It's just an added difficulty that if we can avoid, we obviously want to. Anything that we can take out Any trouble, any problem, any obstruction that we can remove, it's obviously something that we're going to do. Tomorrow, we have a long arm excavator coming in the morning. I think that they said it reaches over 40 feet. So that's going to be able to break up some of that shoreline for us. The shoreline is a lot thicker ice. So that's, we've got a plan in place for tomorrow. Again, everybody has been extremely accommodating. Everybody just wants to, how can I help? Well, I know this person, would this help you? I know that ramp for us. It's just, how can I help? People who are, helping with drones and with searching, and it's whatever we need, they want to provide it. And they have said, doesn't matter how crazy or how big of an ask you think it is, we know somebody who can help get it done. We've already got things coming. In the event that we find his truck, there's already, word put out for, a crane or a rotator, because that for us is the safest, most secure way to remove the vehicle and keep everything inside. So everything we've needed, they're all about getting it done.
Yeah. So, again, we had food brought to us by Subway here in town. That was pretty awesome of them. And, headquarters out of
Muscatine.
Very awesome. It was Jerry, the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, the owner, we met him tonight, actually. Got her dinner for us. And he was actually, his son was flying the drone and got us some footage that is very valuable, because it may give us an opportunity to see stuff we can't see right now. Our drone's actually at the house. So
when he actually bought our dinner for us last night, like, he found out that we were at his restaurant, called into his waitress and said, they're good, they're taken care of. So he actually took care of us before he even met us. It's been pretty incredible. When we went back to eat tonight to meet with Jerry, to look at the drone footage, I can't count the number of people that were like, thank you. Just thank you for coming. Not even, we haven't even really gotten opportunity to really get in the water and do what we do in searching. And there's people who are just saying, thank you just for being here. There are, I don't know how to say it. So obviously there's an expectation to find him, but it's not, people are just grateful that we're here. I don't feel, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Like,
I felt like a part of a big family.
Yeah. Like, they're appreciative that we're here, and obviously they want us to find him, but there's no demand. It's just, how can they help us help them? There's no negativity whatsoever. Obviously there's always a pressure that we feel when searching for someone, especially when the family's involved. But it's not like that with this case, with this family, with this community. Again, they're just so appreciative. The community in general, not just the family. There's people said, like, we didn't know about you guys, but thank you. And now, we follow you, or we subscribe, we've watched everything. And it's
heartwarming.
It's incredible. It's breathtaking. When
we got there this morning, those guys had already been out there at 7:00 in the morning. Like, they were getting it. There was about 7 or 8 of them. Asked me their names. I couldn't tell you, because I think I just was amazed at their hard work and their efforts. They had guys out there with sheets of plywood walking out. Guy had a rope on, and he was going to cut the ice. And I'm like, listen, I can't take the equipment out to that spot. It's still not going to help. It's only 4 foot deep. type deals, and he was willing to do whatever it took, and it's awesome. So after they were done, they just jetted. Like, they weren't in the way. They weren't. They let us do what we needed to do. Plus, there's a lot of communities. There's a lot of people in the community that wanted to come and say hi and thank you and stuff like that. Thank you for leaving us to do what we need to do and try to get out there and not. It sounds bad, but not be in our way. But
well, everybody has been extremely respectful of our time and our work. So, there's a lot of people when we go out, we went to Walmart and somebody said like, "Hey, I know you. Thank you." And I was like, "You're welcome." For me, like, no thanks necessary. Like, this is what we do and this is what we want to do. This is how we help. This is kind of like my good karma. So, but when we're out there working, we've, nobody's come down and wanted to, which again, we appreciate each and every single one of you. But at the same time, like, my focus will always be the family first. And I appreciate, everybody who supported us. And I appreciate you guys letting us do what we do and get in there and get work done.
When we had, I'm going to have to apologize to the news reporters if they watch this. I do apologize. When you called me, I was out on the ice, just trying to pay attention to what I was doing. There was a number that was called. It was an Iowa number, and I was making sure it wasn't somebody on the shore that was trying to call me. And I may have been a little rude, but I mean, it was a little rough. So with this video, you guys are more than welcome. If you need to use some of this for your footages, that's fine.
So anytime we get on the water, there's a danger aspect. I would say that what we did today wasn't necessarily any more dangerous. It was just extremely stressful because, making sure we're getting the ice, broken up, but not damaging the boat or the motor or the sonars, the transducers, making sure that, we're good. Everything inside the boat is good. So it wasn't that it was any more dangerous. At no point in time did I feel like, whoo, there was like
a couple puckering experiences in some of that.
Mine didn't do that.
Well, mine did because I was driving.
But again, it was just more related to, like, it's a stressful situation and we want to use our time as efficiently as possible. So adding in this, the ice, and that kind of being an added, obstacle. We just want to make sure that we can do as much as we can every day. So that way we can get a full day in searching and we can get a full day in saying like, okay, yes, this area is cleared. Move on to the next and move on to the next. The Mississippi, it's wide. There's a lot of area for us to search. Even just in the first, what is that, half mile to that bend? It's only a half mile from the ramp to the bend, but there's miles of us that we need to go back and forth and crisscross. And, there's a lot of area in a short distance. And that makes sense.
And we're still going to search. And what we don't get to now, we're going to come back and search it when the ice is gone. With saying some of the damages that happened to the boat, you guys seen the thumbnail. Yes, I broke the outer shroud of the motor. The motor's perfectly fine. It was brittle because of the cold, and I hit the ice wrong, and it did break the plastic off. It's a plastic shroud. We'll find another one for it. It's not a big deal. And
I think that they've even already found one here in town. That, it's a motor. The motor doesn't work anymore, but there's parts on it that are still good. So we're gonna, see if he'll give us, what is it called?
It's called the apron of the 200 horse Yamaha.
Yeah. So there, that's an option for us. So there's, again, but that just goes back to how incredible this community is. We had literally pulled the boat out of the water to just adjust the transducers, saw that plastic or fiberglass or whatever it is
I think it's this plastic
was broke. And immediately somebody was like, well, I know a guy who has a Yamaha that's the motor's blown up, but the cowl and the apron are perfectly good. We can probably get it, given to you. That's how quick people are here to help. Like it's ridiculous.
So the reasoning for this live stream, they have the family has requested they're kind of a private. They didn't want a big, huge social media like. They just wanted this to not be shown. So we are bringing this to you guys because you're our family. You know what we do and how we do things. There will not be a video on this, but just know that we're going to give you updates to tell you what's going on. And if we are successful at bringing him home, we'll let you guys know. But this is for information for you guys and also for the news. So.
Tomorrow, again, we do have the long arm excavator coming out in the morning. They're planning on being there about 7:30. They're going to get in there, do what they need to do. We'll get there about 9:30. So that way we overlap them a little bit. They can let us know, hey, we were able to get here, not here. Is there anything else you need from us, or, anything we can do for them? But that way we're not in their way. Because they have to, from what I understand and from what Jerry said to us, like there's this hill going down to the boat ramp. So they'll have to actually unload the excavator, get down the hill, reload the excavator, come back up. When they get to the levee, they'll have to unload it, bring it over the levee, and then down in, to take care of it. So they have a lot of work ahead of them.
There's also another guy named Matt Geis. Matt Geis has been solid with us. He's super intelligent guy. He came out there with his chainsaw. If you'll back up from the location, there's another boat ramp. We went out there when everybody was gone, and we started cutting holes in the ice to see if that area would be deep enough to hold the truck, and it isn't. But thank you, Matt, and thank you for all your help. Everybody, thank you so much for all your support. Plus, this community is just flat out amazing.
Yeah. So again, we have, them coming out in the morning, and then hopefully it does not drop below freezing tonight. So everything that we did, I hit the table. Everything that we did today should stay free flowing. Obviously, from the time that we got there this morning till the time that we left tonight, there were already huge openings in the river from where the ice has already melted that we didn't create. So that's a good thing for us.
I don't know. My little whirly doos.
No.
I never knew that boat could go in circles like that. You should have seen it. It was like I was spinning around on its bottom, just sitting there doing this. It was crazy. It was.
You're crazy.
I may have been a little bit chaotic today. I may have pushed my limits a little bit, but it's because we made a promise to the family. We didn't realize that the ice was going to be this extreme. We're going to do our absolute 100% best to get in that water, to search that area of concern. And if we don't find them there, we're going to continue when the ice leaves.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving down. So with it not freezing tonight, everything that was, done today should remain that way for tomorrow and be better. The high tomorrow is supposed to be 59. It does drop below freezing tomorrow night, but not enough to where everything that's been done will be undone. So again, that leaves us, tomorrow and Friday to, get in the water and really search and be able to clear these areas. Mike and Jeremy, again, are beasts of divers.
I was going to say a cuss word, but we're just going to say they are the BAs of diving.
Yeah, like this is what they're used to. Just like when we were in Missouri searching for Kenny, which we're going back to, Mike McFerrin was the diver there. Mike was a heck of a diver. I mean,
he was supposed
no
to come
holds
with
bar.
us. So.
Like, he's like, if you want me to dive, I'll dive it. Okay. That's how Mike and Jeremy are. This is what they do. Again, they have the ice diving experience. They have the equipment to dive in the cold. Jacob does too, but they have, additional equipment to dive in these conditions, to dive in, the current, the Mississippi, that's what they're used to. And they're basically standing there, like today, like, I'm ready to go. Put me in, coach. Like, whatever they can do to help. But Jeremy had his boat out there helping today, as we'd break ice up. He had his boat in there and he was blowing it, downriver.
Downriver.
Yeah, downriver. So they're incredible, both of them. And then another part of their team was another guy from their team, Ronnie.
Ronnie, yep.
Also, ready to whatever you need from me. Like, I'm ready to go. Iowa DNR was out there today. They stopped down just to, check in. Same thing. What can I do to help? So when you've got, law enforcement and government agencies saying, what can I help you with? That's incredible. That's a testament to you guys and you guys supporting us and allowing us to help these families. When law enforcement is like, what can we do for you?
The chief of police.
That's on you guys. You guys have put us in this position to have earned that respect from them. So thank you for that.
I said chief of police. The chief of the fire department yesterday came from Oakville Fire Department. Oakville, right? Yeah.
Oakville.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything we needed from them, they're on it. And the active detective who's working the case, she contacted me, whatever you need, please stay in contact. And that's respectful. That's respect. Like, they're leaving us alone to do the chaos that we do, I guess. I am super pleased and super amazed in the past 3 months of what we were able to accomplish just by asking, the equipment that we're getting, the respect that we're getting, it's just flat out amazing. And I know it may be because of what we've done in our past, but guys, you are flipping amazing. So,
I don't
open this up for questions.
Yeah. So I was going to say, if you want to, for a few minutes, we'll answer. If you guys want to ask anything, we are going to keep the answers short and sweet. We won't go into details in the sense if we feel that it would be disrespectful to the family. This is an incredible family and we want to do everything we can to help them. We don't want to hurt or hinder them in any way. So if there's anything that you guys have questions about, we'll open that up now.
I did have a few questions about the chainsaw. Can you chainsaw cut holes? We went through that. Yes, it's just not feasible. It's not safe for them to be completely out into that spot.
Yeah, it might be something where we take them out on the boat with us. The boat ramp that we're at has been maintained for us. I saw somebody ask about that. Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
It's been maintained for us. They've come out and they've sanded it and made sure that it was clear. And then the excavator and the Bobcat this morning also made sure that there was no ice or anything on that. So the boat ramp that we're on is good to go.
Lake Odessa, you can walk across it. It's about knee deep to waist deep. It's used for waterfowl in the winter, and they drain it down.
Are you guys staying warm? Yes.
Absolutely. Well, maybe not yesterday. I was freezing.
Yesterday was cold, but we weren't in the boat or anything. We were out. We were talking with, with the family and Kempers and all that stuff. How long has Mike been missing? 10 days. He went missing on December 18th. So.
And he's in a huge trail boss, big 4-door truck.
Is this one of your more challenging dives? He's not dive. Well, he is.
If I have to dive, I'll dive.
Yeah, he's prepared to. But we actually have divers who this is their home turf, so they're ready and more than willing to dive. So he won't need to be diving this.
Would a magnetometer help?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can get it in the water. I mean, unless you flew it over, but I mean, that's here nor there. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. And then somebody asked earlier, can we use the little buddy? Absolutely not.
So people found the area where the ice is broken. The river wasn't iced over. There was ice, but the river was not iced over when he went in. Basically what we're going off of is the cell phone pinged off of 3 different towers, and then the OnStar all triangulate back to this one boat ramp, which is also the same boat ramp that matches up with the video that he sent out to his daughter, just to say, hey, look how pretty the lock and dam is, kind of thing. That's what we're basing everything off of.
Yes, challenging search because of all the ice. So the ice is presenting us a problem because we can't get the life scope down. Chances of breaking it. Also, this ice is 6 inches to 8 inches thick out in the middle, and we've been pushing it underneath. So you're adding all those layers of ice. We just need it out of the way, and that's what the excavator is going to do tomorrow.
Were you able to get your diving gear? I was going to go this week, and then the opportunity presented itself for us to come help this family. So I will go next week and go get fitted. And then from there, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the dry suit to actually come in. And then while we're waiting for that, I'm actually, getting set up to get my dry suit cert. So we'll get that.
And I get to go on our checkout dives, and Eric gets to go on our checkout dives. So we're going to have a video of her getting dry suit certified.
Where are you going after searching for Mike? So we'll head home this weekend. We are on the road so often that we always make sure that we're home for holidays, birthdays, graduations, anything major like that. So we'll be home this weekend for the holiday. My family has a big party. So that's, something that's important that I'd be home for. We can potentially come back here. We also have been speaking to the family of Brian Colbert. And, we want to help them. That's actually really close to home. It's right there in Evansville. So if we can help that family as well.
Somebody said tugboat would work the best. Yeah, if we get a tugboat in there, I mean, that would be amazing. But I don't think that boat ramp can handle a big tug to go through there. I mean, if so, bring it on. Like, a lot of the muskie divers, the muskie fishermen or walleye fishermen say, oh, we break the ice all the time. Well, they didn't realize it was that thick, because when I got out there, like, the boat would literally go up on top of the ice, and then all of a sudden you would hear it go. So I was just breaking it while I was going, which was leaving slabs behind me, which the only way I could go was forward. So then I had to make a circle to get back out into the open.
Somebody had asked how far we'll search on the river. We'll search until he's found. There's a pretty hard bend shortly after where he went in at the boat ramp. There's a pretty hard bend right there with some wing dikes that are under the water. So the chances of his truck getting out of there or making it past that are, kind of closes the gap of our, of our search area. But if he's not within that area, then we'll move down. We'll go as far as we need to.
Some people say, I wish you would do a video instead of like a live stream. The reason why we do these live streams is to get the information out to you guys, so you are informed, not of our every move, which I guess you do know our every move, but we just want to keep you guys informed and be truthful with you and transparent on what we are doing. So
Somebody had asked, would you consider getting a warm water circulation dive system?
Yeah, but I mean, our dry suits keep me warm.
Yeah. I think that we've been fortunate enough, like in this instance, where there's ice diving and things like that involved. There's divers who are used to this, and that's something that they're ready to do. So,
and I've been in 38-degree water, so I mean, it's not. Yeah, your face really freezes, but I'm equipped with the dry suit. She's going to be equipped with the dry suit that she's going to be able to go into that type of water. I can go ice diving in a dry suit any day, but with them knowing and being trained, I've never been trained on ice diving. Yeah, it's just a certification. Yeah. Well, there's stuff that could happen down there. You're very susceptible to free flows, super susceptible. Yeah, that word. Susceptible. I said it first. So there's a lot of things that we need to be trained on, which I know most of that, but regardless, I'm not going to dive unless I absolutely have to. We have those divers here. So,
and again, they have everything that they need. They have the equipment. They have the the lines. They've got ridiculous communication.
That thing was pretty awesome. Their communications.
Yeah, they've got camera equipment that allows them to see their diver. Again, this is what they do. So
let the experts do the expert stuff. With what Jeff Heslop, guys, your support is amazing. Just watch, share, and like. All we ask. The donations is a beautiful thing. But we're here because of you guys watching. So that it's chaosdivers.com. We have all the stuff that if you need the information, you can have it. And there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Somebody said, what have the temps been outdoors and in the water? So yesterday it was in the 30s. Today it was in the 40s. Tomorrow's supposed to be almost 60. And the water temperature was 30s. I don't honestly remember looking at the water temp. I'd say 30s.
Definitely 30s.
That I can think of.
All right, guys. I think that's going to be, we're going to wrap this up. How long we've been on?
It doesn't tell me on this. Oh, 38 minutes.
38 minutes. We're not going to make that. We were supposed to do a short preview of what we're doing. Update, maybe not preview. So with that being said, guys, there may be some short videos come out on the progression of what we've done. But for a full length video, there won't be. And I just want you guys to know that we will keep you updated on everything. And for the family, I just want to, give my condolences. We will try our best. And we have a strong support system behind us, as you guys can see. So we're going to try our best and do what we can do. Do you have anything else?
No, just thank you to everybody who's come out, with their equipment, with their time, with anything like that. Thank you to all of them. Thank you to the family for trusting us and for allowing us to help. And then obviously a big thank you to you guys. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Keep diving, guys. It's not where to stop. Keep pushing in life. It'll get better. Things will get better. Just keep pushing. And
love you. Bye.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.